There are places on your own body you haven't truly paid attention to in years, small, hidden, and easily forgotten areas that right now could be quietly cultivating problems that impact your entire well-being. What if I told you there's a tiny, overlooked spot on your skin that scientists have called a bacterial zoo harboring unique colonies of microbes, or a sensitive area where a simple lack of air circulation can lead to infections that require weeks of medical treatment? This isn't about scaring you. It's about empowering you with knowledge that most people over 70 are never taught. For decades, you've followed a hygiene routine that has served you well, but as our bodies change, our routines must evolve too. In this video, we are pulling back the curtain on the 3 most overlooked danger zones on your body. These are the areas where common hygiene practices fail us as we age. For each one, we will explore why it becomes so vulnerable, how to perform a self-check as you listen, and most importantly, the simple, powerful steps you can take starting today to protect your health, your comfort, and your independence. Stay with me, because the third and final area is the one most people find the most surprising, yet caring for it is one of the easiest ways to support your health every single day. Let's begin. Part 1. The feet, your body's unsung foundation. We begin from the ground up, with the part of your body that is quite literally your foundation, your feet. They are the unsung, overworked heroes of your life's story. Every single day, they bear the full weight of your body. They interpret the terrain beneath you. They provide balance against the unyielding force of gravity, and they grant you the profound gift of mobility. Your ability to stand, to walk to the kitchen, to run errands, to remain independent, it all begins with the health of your feet. Yet for so many of us, especially after 70, foot care becomes a forgotten duty. It's relegated to a quick, passive rinse in the shower, a brief swipe of a soapy washcloth, and then forgotten the moment our socks go on. This seemingly minor oversight is not just a lapse in hygiene, it can be a dangerous gamble with your health. The feet are like the canaries in the coal mine of your body. They are often the very first place to show the warning signs of systemic health issues, particularly as we age. Proper foot care isn't about vanity or luxury. It's about proactive health defense. It's about safeguarding your independence and preserving the quality of your life for years to come. Why your feet become so vulnerable with age? As the decades pass, our bodies undergo a series of subtle but significant changes that make the feet uniquely vulnerable. First, circulation naturally reduces. Less robust blood flow to your extremities, your hands, and especially your feet means that any potential injury receives less of the oxygen and nutrients needed for healing. A small cut that would have vanished in days at age 40 can linger for weeks at age 75. Second, the skin itself changes. The skin on your feet becomes thinner, drier, and far less resilient. It loses the plump, fatty padding that once cushioned your every step, and its natural moisture barrier weakens. This chronic dryness can lead to unsightly cracks, stubborn calluses, or deep, painful fissures, especially around the heel. While these may seem like minor cosmetic issues, each crack is a microscopic doorway, an open invitation for bacteria and fungi to enter your body. Third, the immune system weakens with age. This process, known as immunosenescence, means your body's internal security team is a little slower to respond to invaders. When you combine reduced circulation, thinning skin, and a less vigorous immune response, you create a perfect storm, making the feet a prime target for infections that can escalate with surprising speed. For those managing chronic conditions like diabetes, peripheral artery disease, or neuropathy, the risks are magnified tenfold. Diabetes, for instance, can cause severe nerve damage or neuropathy, which deadens sensation in the feet. This is incredibly dangerous. It means a person could step on a sharp object, get a blister from a poorly fitting shoe, or develop a sore and be completely unaware of it until it becomes a severe, raging infection. This combination of unnoticed injuries and poor healing can, in the most extreme and tragic cases, lead to ulcers and even amputation.
The story of George, a painful lesson. Consider the story of George, a 75-year-old retired shop teacher. For 40 years, George spent his days on his feet, navigating a classroom filled with sawdust and teenagers, demonstrating techniques and staying constantly active. He was proud of his resilience. After he retired, he began to notice increasing dryness on his heels and a persistent, mild redness between his toes, accompanied by an annoying, occasional itch. Just old age, he thought to himself, dismissing the symptoms as a normal part of the aging process. He didn't change his routine. A quick wash in the shower was all he thought he needed. Within a month, his nonchalance caught up with him. A small crack on his heel, which he had barely noticed, had deepened. It became painfully inflamed, and then it developed into a non-healing ulcer that throbbed with every step. The pain made it difficult to wear his favorite shoes and even harder to enjoy his daily walks. His doctor diagnosed him with a secondary bacterial infection that had entered through the untreated skin fissure, likely complicated by a case of athlete's foot between his toes. The treatment was extensive: a strong course of antibiotics, prescription creams, and custom orthotic footwear to relieve pressure on his heel and promote healing. George's experience is a stark and powerful reminder that what seems like a small oversight in foot care can rapidly snowball into a significant health challenge that robs you of your comfort and mobility. Your proactive foot care routine. To prevent these issues, you must shift your mindset from passive rinsing to proactive care. This is a simple daily routine that prioritizes inspection, cleaning, and protection. Daily inspection. Make it a non-negotiable habit to examine your feet every single day. The best time is in the morning or before bed. Use good lighting, and if your vision isn't what it used to be, keep a magnifying glass handy for this purpose. Meticulously check for any redness, swelling, dryness, blisters, cuts, or changes in skin color or texture. Pay extra attention to the often forgotten spaces between your toes, as this is where fungal infections love to hide. If you have trouble reaching or seeing your feet, please ask for help from a family member or trusted friend. Early detection is your most powerful weapon. Thorough, gentle cleaning. Washing your feet means more than letting soapy water run over them. Use warm, never hot water, and a mild, fragrance-free soap to avoid irritation. Harsh, deodorant soaps can strip the skin of its essential oils and worsen dryness. Use a soft washcloth or your hands to gently clean all areas, including between each toe and around the nails. Then rinse thoroughly to remove all soap residue. The critical step: complete drying. This is just as important as washing, if not more so. Moisture is the enemy of foot health. Any dampness left between the toes creates a perfect, dark, warm environment for fungus to grow. Use a clean, soft towel and gently pat your feet dry. Don't rub aggressively. Make a conscious effort to dry the spaces between each individual toe. Moisturize with care. After your feet are completely dry, apply a quality, fragrance-free moisturizer to the tops and soles of your feet to lock in hydration and prevent cracking. Look for creams containing ingredients like urea or glycerin, which are excellent for tough, dry skin. Crucially, avoid applying moisturizer between your toes. This is the one area you want to keep as dry as possible to prevent fungal growth. If the story of your feet and their importance resonates with you, I invite you to go to the comments section and write the word foundation. It's a way to acknowledge that our health truly is built from the ground up.
Part 2. The groin area, the hidden hotspot. Now we move to one of the most private and consequently most overlooked areas of the body when it comes to hygiene, the groin. This sensitive region requires dedicated, daily care to prevent a host of issues that can quietly compromise your comfort, your confidence, and your overall health. The groin's unique environment, warm, often moist, and full of skin folds, makes it a natural hotspot for irritation and infection, especially as we age and our bodies change. With proper, gentle care, you can maintain your dignity and health. But ignoring this area can lead to chronic problems that silently erode your quality of life. Why the groin becomes more vulnerable. The anatomy of the groin makes it uniquely susceptible to hygiene-related issues. As we get older, several factors dramatically increase these risks. 1. Skin changes. Aging skin becomes thinner, less elastic, and more prone to sagging. This can create deeper skin folds, particularly in the creases of the legs, trapping more sweat and bacteria.
Reduced mobility, limited flexibility, arthritis, or difficulty bending can make it physically challenging to properly clean and, just as importantly, thoroughly dry the groin area. This trapped moisture is the primary culprit behind most issues. Incontinence, even occasional urinary leakage, a common issue for many older adults, introduces excess moisture and ammonia against the skin, which can rapidly break down its protective barrier and lead to painful irritation. Tight clothing and absorbent products, synthetic fabrics like polyester, trap heat and moisture against the skin. Absorbent products like adult briefs or pads are essential for many, but if not changed frequently, they create a perpetually damp environment ideal for skin breakdown and microbial growth. These factors can lead to several common but distressing conditions. One is intertrigo, a painful inflammation caused by skin-on-skin friction in moist areas, resulting in red, raw, and sometimes weeping skin. Another is fungal infections, like jock itch or yeast overgrowth, candida, which cause intense, maddening itching, a burning sensation, and a persistent rash. Left untreated, these conditions can lead to painful open sores that make simple acts like walking or sitting incredibly uncomfortable. The story of Margaret, overcoming embarrassment. Consider Margaret, an 82-year-old grandmother who cherished her independence above all else. She began noticing a persistent, unfamiliar odor in her groin area, even right after her daily shower. Deeply embarrassed, and assuming this was just an inevitable and undignified part of getting old, she kept it to herself, avoiding any mention of it to her daughter or her doctor. Over the next few weeks, the odor worsened, and it was soon accompanied by a relentless itch and a growing feeling of discomfort. It began to affect her confidence, making her hesitant to leave the house for long periods. When she finally mustered the courage to consult a nurse, she was diagnosed with the common fungal infection caused by trapped moisture in her groin folds. The solution was surprisingly simple. A dedicated daily regimen of gentle cleaning with a pH-balanced soap, meticulous drying, and the application of a zinc-based barrier cream to protect the skin. Margaret's symptoms resolved completely within a week, restoring not just her physical comfort, but her confidence and peace of mind. Your comprehensive groin care routine. Preventing these issues requires a consistent, gentle approach. It is not about scrubbing harder, it's about being more thorough and mindful. Clean gently every day. Make cleaning the groin a non-negotiable part of your daily shower or bath. Use a mild, fragrance-free, pH-balanced soap. Gently clean all areas and skin folds using only your hands or a very soft washcloth. Absolutely no harsh scrubbing, which can damage this delicate skin. Rinse thoroughly to remove all soap residue. Dry. Meticulously drying is the most critical step. Use a clean, soft towel to gently pat the area dry. Pay special attention to getting deep into any skin folds. If mobility is an issue, try sitting on a stool or the edge of the tub. A hairdryer on a cool, low setting, held at a safe distance, can be an excellent tool to ensure the area is completely dry. Never leave the area damp. Manage moisture. If you are prone to sweating or using continence products, protecting your skin is key. A small amount of cornstarch-based powder, avoid talc-based powders, or a thin layer of a zinc-based barrier cream can create a protective layer that reduces friction and absorbs excess moisture. Choose breathable clothing. Wear loose-fitting underwear made from natural fibers like cotton. Avoid tight clothing and synthetic fibers that trap heat and sweat. Change underwear daily or more often if needed. Proper groin care is fundamentally about preserving your comfort, dignity, and freedom of movement. It is an act of self-respect that allows you to live without the nagging frustration and embarrassment that these preventable issues can cause. Part 3. The navel, the body's forgotten pocket. Let's now turn our focus to a part of the body that is almost universally ignored, dismissed as a cosmetic relic, yet can be quietly pivotal to your health: the navel, or belly button. This small, unassuming indentation might seem like it doesn't warrant a second thought. It's just a scar, right? But here's the surprising reality. If neglected, the navel can become a hidden reservoir for problems, especially for seniors. This overlooked pocket can harbor an astonishing amount of bacteria, yeast, and debris, leading to irritation, foul odors, infections, and even broader health complications. Why the navel matters more than you think. Think of the navel's unique structure. It's a recessed, warm, and often moist crevice, a perfect trap. It naturally collects an invisible cocktail of sweat, dead skin cells, lint from clothing, soap residue, and microscopic dirt particles. A quick rinse in the shower is often not enough to clean it out. Its unique structure makes it a prime breeding ground for a whole ecosystem of microbes. In fact, scientific studies have found that the average belly button contains dozens of different strains of bacteria, some of which are unique to the individual. For seniors, several factors amplify the risk. Deeper navels. As we age, the skin around the midsection often becomes looser, and the abdominal wall can soften, which can cause the navel to become deeper or develop more folds, making it an even more effective trap for moisture and debris. Mobility challenges. For many seniors, something as simple as bending over to see and clean the navel thoroughly becomes physically difficult, leading to unintentional neglect. Weakened immunity. A less robust immune system means that even a minor bacterial or yeast buildup in the navel, which the body would have easily handled years ago, can escalate into a stubborn infection. The warning signs often start so quietly that they are easy to miss. It might be a faint, musty odor you can't quite place, or some mild redness or itchiness around the rim, which you dismiss as dry skin, or a persistent feeling of dampness or stickiness inside the navel. If ignored, these subtle symptoms can escalate into omphalitis, the medical term for a navel infection, which can be particularly stubborn to treat in older adults. The story of Peter, the meticulous man. Consider Peter, a 79-year-old retiree known for his impeccable hygiene. He showered daily and was always well-dressed, yet he began noticing a persistent, low-grade itch around his navel, which he attributed to the waistband of his trousers. Over time, the itch worsened. One morning, his daughter, while helping him with his shirt button, detected a faint, musty odor. A visit to the doctor was revealing. A stubborn yeast infection had taken hold deep inside his navel, fueled by a buildup of moisture and debris that had likely been accumulating for months. Peter was shocked. He had been so diligent, yet had completely overlooked this tiny, hidden area. Your simple navel care guide. Proper navel care doesn't require much time, but it does demand intention. Clean gently, but thoroughly. It shouldn't be a vigorous scrub. During your daily shower, use a cotton swab like a Q-tip or the corner of a soft washcloth. Dip it in warm water and a small amount of mild, fragrance-free soap. Gently insert the tip into your navel and carefully swab the interior, rotating it to remove any accumulated debris. Rinse well. After cleaning, use a fresh, damp cloth or a new cotton swab dipped in plain water to rinse out any soap residue, which can be an irritant if left behind. Dry meticulously. This is the most important step. Use a dry cotton swab, a tissue, or the corner of a clean towel to gently dry the inside of the navel completely. Even a trace amount of moisture can create a breeding ground for microbes. For deeper navels, a hair dryer on a cool, low setting is an excellent tool. Monitor regularly. Once a week, take a moment to look at your navel. It should be clean, dry, and free of any redness, soreness, or odor. If you notice any persistent symptoms, especially any discharge, consult a healthcare provider promptly. Caring for your navel is a small but powerful act of preventative health. It's an act of self-respect, a quiet acknowledgement that every part of your body, no matter how small, deserves care and attention. Final thoughts. Your body's early warning system. We've journeyed together through 3 of the body's most overlooked areas: the feet, the groin, and the navel. These are more than just spots to clean. They are your body's early warning systems. They quietly signal how your body is coping with aging, stress, and microbial balance. For those of us in our 70s, 80s, and beyond, paying attention to these areas becomes absolutely critical as our skin, immunity, and mobility change. Aging well isn't about grand gestures or expensive treatments. It's about the small, consistent, daily acts of care that honor your body's changing needs. Taking just a few extra minutes to properly care for your feet, groin, and navel yields profound benefits. Fewer skin issues, enhanced daily comfort, and a reduced risk of infections that could sap your energy and require medical intervention. Seniors who prioritize these small routines feel fresher, move more comfortably, and embody a quiet resilience, a commitment to feeling good in their own skin. Your invitation to our community. Thank you for joining us on this important journey. Now, I have a final, special invitation for you. First, I want you to share your wisdom. Go to the comments section below and tell us one thing you learned or were reminded of today that you plan to put into practice. Was it the importance of drying between your toes? The idea of using a cool hairdryer for sensitive areas? Or simply the reminder to pay attention to your navel? Your insight could be the exact thing someone else needs to read today. And second, let's build something special together. After you leave your comment, please read 2 or 3 other comments from people in this community. If their story or their goal resonates with you, give their comment a like to show your support and encouragement. If you found this guide valuable and want more practical, nonsense tips to help you feel your best at any age, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell. Thank you for your valuable time. Be well.